Today we are making altered playing cards. I'm so excited. Welcome to Where Wendy Travels, Where Wendy Creates, and today we are making altered playing cards with 10 cards. All right, today we're going to be working with some playing cards and turning them into beautiful altered cards. So we're starting out with this beautiful deck. We're going to continue going off of last week's episode where we made these beautiful cards trying to use stickers, words, as well as scrapbook paper. And we're going to try and add to them in our next set of 10. So we're picking out 10 cards. So we're just going to go across here. I don't want two of the same kind of thing necessarily. Don't really care if I do. But let's see what we do. 5, 1, 2, 3. Looks like we're getting a lot of the same kinds here. See if we can get a different card in here. Too funny. 7, and let's go with a joker. All right, so we've got 10 cards pulled out of the deck. Again, doesn't matter what kind of cards. And we're going to go ahead and use our sandpaper and sandpaper them all down. And all we're trying to do by sandpapering them is to take off some of the glossy so that our paint and our glue adheres to the cards the first time. We don't have any pilling, any non-adhesive spots. We want it all to be able to go to that matte finish where the glue is going to hold real well onto the cards. We're just doing this to all 10 cards. And you can get the sandpaper most any place. Dollar Tree sells it, hardware stores, even the craft stores in the wood section. So you can pick up the sandpaper anywhere. You don't want the finest grain, but you do want it, not the heaviest grain, but close to the fine side, just not the finest. But you want probably a fine to medium, no more than a medium grain. That would take off too much of the card, and we're just removing the gloss. And once you have sandpapered them all, you just want to take a damp paper towel and clean off your surfaces of the cards. Then take a dry paper towel and dry off the cards so they're ready to receive your glue and your paints. And I'd like to go ahead and use some of the same colors that we used last week. And I do like the textured sides of the scrapbooking paper. Now you want to make sure it's paper, not cardstock. And you want to make sure you tear it to where you either get that edge or don't get that edge, depending upon what you're looking to receive. So see, if we tear it this way, we're not getting it. We tear it this way, we are getting that beautiful white on the sides of it as well. Okay, so we have that nice white texture, and then we want to just start putting things down, auditioning them on our cards, seeing how it looks. And sometimes when you tear, depending upon how you tear, you can get a lot of that white paper or as very little as you want. So if you want that double color, you can tear it to where you get the two textures in one and decide how you want it there. And I'm looking at about the same color scheme that I had last week with my colors. So we're just going to try and build on these and see what comes out. So let's go ahead and continue. I'm just tearing out the pieces, gluing them down almost haphazardly on my cards to see how they look. And I'm using the, I like using the bottle glue, but today we're just using the quick stick glue. This goes on purple. It dries perfectly clear, so it's okay no matter what surface I put it on. It cleans up well on the table, although I have considered putting down some wax paper before I start to play. And then we're just going to line up these cards together and stick her down. And that's a start of the base that I can go on. And we're just going to trim these apart. Decide which way my scissors want to go up. A couple of these got a little bit closer than I wanted them to be to each other. And again, that's just a way to mass make them, to be respectful to your time, instead of doing the base very slow process there, just to show you how quickly you can do them if you want them all in the same color scheme and get your inspiration from that color. Now see how these are both straight ends on this queen? I don't like the straight ends, so we're definitely going to have to make sure we cover both of those ends. This one I don't know if I can pull up and replace, but I want the straight end right on the side. I'm going to go ahead and re-tear this one because I don't like that straight side to be on my card. Even if I'm covering it up, I like to have that ability to cover it or not cover it, and I like that torn edge instead of the straight edge. Okay, so now we have some of the base color there that I'm very excited about, and I did not use this last week when I made cards, and I really like the numbers, the letters, so I think I'm going to put some of this maybe up in the corner. Let's do the 7 with the numbers and see how she turns out. She, he, makes no matter what you call your cards. And as you see, I'm completely covering that other piece, but I'm okay with that because, again, it's trial and error. And it's okay no matter how many layers we stack up. Sometimes you'll even see me stack it as high as 5 layers. And that's because I really don't mind the thickness. I like the thickness of the cards. Definitely need something in the middle here. So let's go ahead and let's tear it this way. Maybe we'll use some of this as the edging, but we're going to throw it over there for now. And then I like that color with the numbers, and I like leaving the heart there. Maybe here, and then cover it up with numbers on the bottom. I think I might be good with that look right there. So let's go ahead and trim this part off. Glue this one down. Leave it right below that heart. Okay, we can retrim the edges. That's no big deal. And let's see if we can get that torn look right on the edge. Now, the little bits and bobbles that I tear off, if I don't reuse them on this project or the next, I'm probably going to put them into my bin to make my homemade paper, which is still an episode coming up very soon. Maybe. What can I put in the middle then? I think I like it right there. So let's go ahead and trim the bulk off of that so we can use that in another project. And let's glue this one down. Just kind of knowing where my corner is there. And we can put the hodgepodge on top of these if you're not happy, or if you don't get all of the corners down where you want them, or if you just want to make them smooth. Okay, so that's nice, and then maybe some letters and some numbers in the middle of these. So that one is a little bit closer to being 50% done, because we reserve the right to keep on altering and adding and changing and doing all kind of crazy beautiful things. And you might have seen me last week. I fell in love with this bobble of hair. And I know my queen doesn't look too good, but I'm kind of feeling that right there. I got this out of a magazine. So make sure you have a magazine, a book, something to play with, which brings me back to, we'll do some of the book and the lettering on top once I get a more of a comfort feel for where I'm going with these pieces. And let's go ahead and tear off to get that torn look on some more of these cards. So how many of you out there use glue sticks? Hit that comment button below. Tell me what your favorite glue medium is that you like to use on your scrapbooks or your glue books, or even on your altered cards. I would love to know what glue medium you choose or what you like working with, and tell me what your favorite craft is. And if you haven't yet, my friends, hit that like button, that subscribe button. I would love to have you come back and join me on these tutorials. I also do a lot with fabric and our junk journals, which is definitely a truly mixed medium, which most of these cards will be going into, are junk journals. So please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you with me on my journey while we play, we craft, we have a lot of fun seeing what kind of cool cards and journals that we can come up with. And quilts. If you've ever considered quilting, I have a lot of beginner sewing and beginning quilting tutorials that I'm looking forward to bringing out and publishing soon. starting to glue my fingers. Step in the right direction. I like on this one how the rope seems to go all the way around the stitching. So I just thought that was pretty. Maybe I would have had it up a little bit more if I were planning, but I like that. That works for me. Okay, and her, I went ahead and kept her original face. So I want to fill this area in here with some paper. And I'm not sure which, too dark, which I want to go with. So maybe we'll look at some green here, I think. So let's start on this edge. And then, so we want to get I don't want to cover up my diamonds, so I'm going to tear out a little neck for my diamonds over there. And then for her hair and face, I really love that look there. So is that too much? Maybe I have to put a little bit of this brown over here to tie in the colors, I think. Do I want to maybe even rip this down over here? That didn't want to tear too well. I think I'm good with it right there. So let's go ahead and put this piece showing my diamond coming across. I'll trim it on both sides, but again, a little bit of brown here. How do I want that poking out? Tut, 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 tut. How do I want that showing? Not sure if that looks like too much or no. I like it better like so. Okay, right there. Just a hint on the green, mainly into the brown. I think that color coordinates a little bit better. I'm thinking her hair does enough to tie it in, but we may have to pop something up at the top as well. Oh, put that up here. Okay. Trim off that edge. Now we're going to stare at it for a while, decide what else we want to do. And you might see I jump from card to card to card to card. And why, oh why do I do that? Well, with any kind of art, in my opinion, you really have to do what you like, and then you want to step back from it, take a look at it, stare at it for a while, and decide how you want to alter or how you want to go from there. So looking at these cards, clearly every single last card needs a bunch of work. This guy's upside down. That makes me feel better upright. Okay. And that's another thing. If you're going to leave both of the threes open, we want to know which side is right side up and which side is wrong side. Haven't trimmed the edge of him yet. But I'm starting to feel really good about a couple of these cards, but so much more to do. So let's keep working on our papers. On my Joker, for instance, I'd like to leave the $ and leave him, but I want to cover this and all of the other parts of the card. But this time I want to leave this whole bicycle and king, or Joker, excuse me, upright. So I'm looking how I can begin to start covering this and how I want to use my colors to try and balance him out, keep with the same theme. I don't want to use white. The only white I want to use is like right here maybe that comes off of this paper already. So you can kind of see the shading behind it. I like that. But we want to cover up the Joker without covering up the Joker on the bicycle. Take a piece of him like here, and I put that color on top. That might work. So we know we don't want any more than this. So I fold that over to tell myself where I want to trim it. And I still have a lot of this to cover. Here, I'm thinking here. I need a piece coming down more on the words without covering him. What color combination can I put on this? Would that be too much cheating to hide the whole side of the card with that? I think I'm going to hide the whole side of the card with this one. And again, it's trial and error. You know what colors you want. You know what theme you want. And then you just have to start auditioning and take a leap of faith and glue it down. Okay, that came right under here without covering the bicycle. I really like that. This one, see if I can maybe tear it. I want to keep that side, so we're going to tear the underneath again. Just want it a little bit higher. Oh, look what I've done. Okay, so I don't need to cut any more off except for right at the crown. So just a little bit. I mess it up, we'll grab another sheet of paper, no big deal. Too much off the top. Am I good with that? Am I not good with that? See how this was coming up. I like that. And then I need something more around here. More around here. I think I've got enough pink on it. I don't know that I want to put any more pink on it. So maybe just a strip more of the yellow coming across and off of the card. All right, so let's go ahead and glue that down, see what she looks like when I take my fingers off and get the glue on it. And then maybe with some words, some stickers, some jelly tape or something, we can play some more. Okay, and then as you saw in the beginning, I have this doily, and I think the doily, before I put words on, I'm going to use on the corner of some of these cards because I really like being able to see through it, and yet it gives that lace appeal on the card. So let's go ahead and look at putting some of this down, and I think I'm putting it where I want it, and then I'm just going to go ahead and trim this piece to fit, and then we'll grab the next card after we glue this down and see if this doily looks good on any of my other cards. Okay, so we have a piece of doily here. And I'm going to be a little bit more gentle when I put the glue on the doily. But you see how it fits right there? It covers up some of the bottom of the card, which I really like. You still see the yellow and the brown through it. Goes up into the green, matches with the hair. I just think it looks really, really nice. So let's go ahead and turn that over. And on the back of this, very gently put some of this tape, and this is glue stick, and this is where you may want to use some of your decoupage on the front of the card to make sure this entire piece is stuck down real well. And again, as I told you before, all of the purple dries clear, so you're not going to see any of this purple. It's just going to help me rub it down, adhere it on the edges, and keep it down nice. We'll go ahead and trim the bottom once it's dry. It dries in moments, and all the purple will be gone, so you'll be able to witness that. Okay, so do I want the doily on any of these other cards? I really, really love that rosette, and maybe if we just put a little piece on top of the 3, I'll always know which 3 is up and which 3 is down. So, not sure how I'm feeling about that. I really like that though. It does add a lot. But how much doily do I want on the card? I really love this. I didn't want to cover that completely up. But it does look good across the bottom there. So let's see. Maybe I'll go at an angle like so. I like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and use our scissors and trim down so I'm not wasting too much of the doily, and I can use it on some of the other cards as well. Okay. Let's go ahead. I really love doilies. Doilies are so nice for entertaining, so great for scrapbooks, so many, many, many uses. But again, they're so fragile. Very, very, very fragile. And I hate wasting the glue, but it dries clear. We're okay. And it does really look like lace on this card. So I'm loving that. And we'll trim off the edges once we dry. So again, this one is drying really well. So you can see those two. I think that's looking very, very nicely. And some of these other cards, I don't know if I want the doily on. That does look sweet though, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and put it on the 6, and then maybe we're done with the doily after the 6. Let's see. Okay, sorry about that. And we have the 6 right here. The yellow shows through. Do I want the spade to show? Maybe not. We're just going to do it right like that. I like that, right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and take that one. Try and get some of that purple off the table. Okay, just be gentle, 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 gentle. Don't get too excited. Okay, now we're gluing it to the table. All right. Let's see again where we're putting that. Right over to the edge. All right. All that purple's going to dry up. Okay, I'm feeling really good about that one too. Can't wait to see that without the purple there. That bottom corner get enough? Let's put a little bit more on that bottom corner. Okay, and we'll let these dry for a moment. Tips and tricks, my friends. What you want to do is make sure you take your scissors and you trim the corners, because your mind's eye knows what size a card is. So you want to make sure you're trimmed and you're true to that size. Careful not to nick off the corners. Careful not to leave extra on the sides. And my friends, if you need to touch them up and you're not doing the decoupage, you can hit them with a little bit of sandpaper and pop those babies back down with a dab more glue. Your mind's eye knows the size of the card. Make sure you keep it true to the size of the cards. So this is where we're at so far, and I thought we would jump in and add a little more ephemera. So what I have today is an ephemera pack by Holtz Ideology, and we're going to go ahead and pop this open and see if any of all these pieces look like they belong on my cards. And I'm going to be careful not to lose any of my pieces because they may get away. So you want a relatively clean table, and then decide how you want to add to your cards, if indeed you want to put any of the other ideas on the cards. So let's just throw down some ideas. I still have not added words, so we want to add words and see if any of these might go with our cards that we have. I love mushrooms, so it seems like mushrooms, butterflies, and dragonflies can go on anything for me. I really, really, really love those. So we're just kind of looking through the deck, seeing what we have, what we might want to use, and then auditioning them. And Tim Holtz, I gotta hand it to him. He really, really, really has so many wonderful things to choose from out right now. I wish I had his creativity. And again, maybe even stamps on the number card. What do you think? I don't know. Hate putting something right in the middle, but let's play with that idea. Looks like another one here. I don't know, it does not work right. Mushrooms, flowers, and mushrooms. Flowers and mushrooms. We've got some blue stamps here. Oh my goodness, even birds and butterfly written out. Wow, that can be an idea on that one. Okay, so we've got a couple of ideas sprinkled around the board. Not sure that I like the green on the brown, so let's see if we have a different. Don't want to go with mushrooms for him. Maybe the flower might look better. Okay, so we have a few ideas sprinkled around. Let's see. Oh, you know what? That moth might be moth, butterfly, please correct me. Is this a moth or a butterfly? Hit that comment button down below if you know, because I am curious. But that one seems to fit just perfect with that. So maybe I'll ditch these two. I like the green butterfly. I think that green butterfly might be all I need on that card. He kind of stands out. Maybe those flowers are just perfect for him as well. So, specimen sign. That's cool. Okay. Do I want this being a magpie bird? Or do I want to go with the butterfly xanthe? I don't know if I'm going to do words on these. I kind of love this. Sprinkled words in here would be really good, though. Okay. So, I'm thinking this flower blends really well. Maybe completes her. She's looking down at the flower. I love that. The king, I just think this blends so well. It's a joker, but I keep calling him a king on a bicycle. So that might be all I need there, and maybe a word or two. The butterfly I'm in love with. The mushrooms, you know, one of these you watched. One of them just fell out, and they're perfect on it. So, I mean, when you go with such inspiration that Tim Holtz brings to the table, he is just absolutely amazing. And 134 pieces in this. Y'all, we can play with this for the whole 52 deck of cards and more. Okay, and I kind of like the blue on it, maybe even better than the red. I don't know that I want these on it yet, but I'm thinking maybe offset like this, maybe even stapled on so you can open it up and put a hidden message behind. So many choices. I think that's upside down. Thank you for that. Okay, and France up here. Postage, 2 pence, and 10 centimes. I can't read that under there. I apologize. I'm not sure what France monetary value used to be. Cents. Okay. It's not cents, but same difference. Okay, close enough. Kind of feeling these, not sure on that one. Love these top 3, love these bottom 3 here. And the mushrooms, I don't know, maybe that's all I need with a word up top and a word underneath. And this, it just brings so much color and pop to that card. And I was going to cover up the diamond and such, but I'm kind of feeling maybe leave the diamond, leave the true fact that that's a card. And this one, first piece I pull out of the puzzle, and I don't know, I'm kind of loving that just right there. So let's go ahead and magnificently glue these down. Wow, he just took all the creativity and just popped it right into my head and in my lap, and I'm so excited. This is really, really made this group of 10 cards very easy. What do you think? You know, stamps, learning, writing, arithmetic. I think that goes just perfect. Make sure it's upright. Put the other one down here. Kind of that numbers was a little too bold, and the stamp right in the middle of the card just really kind of, it's right side up. Just adds so much to that. And this butterfly, pow! Bring in those browns, those greens, tie in that doily. I am loving the whole concept of this guy. And thank goodness the purple dries clear. Okay. I guess I was just really using the right colors to put him together. To put these 10 cards together. Just amazing. Sometimes right where they fall is just the best spot. You ever get that lucky? Pow, beautiful. All right, and then for the words, we could take them out of a book, or I thought we would just go ahead and use these stickers. They are from the Farmhouse Sticker Pack, Stickabilities, the Paper Studio. That's Hobby Lobby. Thank you, Hobby Lobby. And we got these on clearance. So again, anytime you can pick something up on clearance, please, please, please don't use all of your money up on your crafts. Get everything on clearance or as you need it. And use from your stash. That's what we're primarily doing here today, is using from our stash. So we have this, Live Today, Mindfulness. Today is a beautiful day. Love that one. Take it easy. Dream it and do it. Dream it and do it. That is spot on to what we like to do. So now let's go ahead and pull this sticker out and decide which card we think Dream It and Do It fits best with. Definitely like it there. Maybe the diamond hogs the show a little bit too much there. Dream It and Do It. That's perfect right there. Oh man, I love them both. Let's do this one right here. That is just sweet. Okay, and stickers are a cheat for me, y'all. Stickers are a cheat, but they are so pretty. I do like to use them, but I feel like I'm cheating every time I use stickers. So today we're going to respect your time, use some stickers, and in the future we're going to make a lot of these words up ourselves, and I'll show you lots of different ways to make that happen. Make it happen. Like we just said, make that happen. I'm going to use these words, make it happen. So where do we want to put, oh, that looks like it's not fully cut there from the book. Where do we want to use make it happen? That looks good right there. That looks good right there. I don't know. Maybe want something bigger for these two. Make it happen. I want more educational for these two, maybe. Make it happen. I think I want something prettier for that one. So make it happen. Where did we go back and say, make it happen? Make it happen. Let's go right here with the make it happen. Got the white. We can still see the black over it. What do you think? Is that bold enough? I like it, but it's not perfect. I wish it was white under the make. We'll play with that. We might end up covering that over and doing something else to it. Okay, let's see if there's any other words, maybe some educational. Bright ideas. Bright ideas. Know your worth. Where did we want the know your worth? I really love the know your worth. Know your worth on the money. I wanted the know your worth on the money. So let's get the know your worth on the money. Know your worth on the dollar sign. I just think that is so cool. And then bright ideas to either of the two. One with the numbers or the one with the butterfly. So let's see. Bright ideas. I love that right there. Nope, it's got to go right here. That is just perfect. Right in between the blue. Maybe trim off the top of that. Bright ideas. I like that right there. I just think that card works. Okay. And let's see what else we have. You have purpose. We always have purpose. Well, hello, free your heart, breathe, comfy, cozy, inhale, exhale, time to refresh, make today amazing. We are going to make today amazing. Okay, my friends, well, here we have it. We have our 10 cards that we have worked on today, and I'm so excited to bring those to you, and thanks for sharing time with me. And we have today's 10 cards. Dream it, do it, dream, make it happen. You are beautiful. Snuggle up with a book. Make today amazing. Bright ideas, positive state of mind. You have purpose. And know your worth, my friends. I have enjoyed this, and come back. We are going to do this again next week. Yay!